Arjun, good morning to you, man.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, wonderful to have you on to be able to talk a little bit about this competition. Now, before we get into your project and, of course, your passion for it, what is at stake? Can you fill us in a little bit for this competition and what could possibly be won?
Yeah, well, the Intel ISEF competition is basically this international competition where you have kids from all over the world who have done this amazing research, all coming together to present to judges and compete for different awards, but mainly a grand prize of $3,000. So, of course, everyone is very college-minded here, so I think $3,000 would pay a sizable chunk of any of their yearly tuitions or things like that. So there's a lot at stake.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd make a lot of parents happy, and down the line, trust me, you'll be very thankful if you have that $3,000 to have less to pay off in student loans.
Oh yes, I'm sure.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about, you're from Raleigh, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and where do you go to high school? What year are you?
I am a junior at William G. Enloe High School. It's a magnet high school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So, pride of Raleigh and of right here in the Triangle as well in North Carolina. Now, tell us a little bit about your project and how much work really went into it.
All right, well, my project focuses on inflammatory breast cancer, and that's the deadliest subtype of breast cancer. Essentially, right now, it's a death sentence for all the women who are diagnosed. A majority of them succumb to this disease within 6 months of their diagnosis. And a major problem with this disease is that the way the metastasis works, there's really no effective treatment methods for killing these tumor cells after the cancer has metastasized. So what I developed was a drug screening assay. Essentially what that is it allows researchers and scientists to take their treatment methods and see how effective they are by imaging these tumor cells and looking at how their treatment method affects the different cell health parameters, like if the treatment is destroying the nucleus of the cell or the mitochondria of the cell. So it's really useful because they can see how effective their treatment method is going to be in causing cell death in these tumors.
And why did you decide to go within this project and work on this particular field?
Well, breast cancer has always been a field of great interest to me. It was very difficult. A few years ago, a mother of a friend of mine passed away from breast cancer, but what I thought was truly terrible was the primary tumor had been cured, but it was actually when the cancer had metastasized to her brain, that is what killed her. So from then on, I had been very interested in understanding metastasis and finding a way perhaps to decrease the devastating effects of it. So I emailed a professor at Duke University, Dr. Dewhurst, and he really seemed excited by the enthusiasm I showed for research. So he let me work in his lab this past summer, and as a result, I came up with a really groundbreaking drug screening assay that I think would be very helpful to researchers all around the world.
Got to be pretty cool to be a junior and be working in a lab and be able to do your own research, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it was a cool feeling. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Now, do you have any plans? I know college is still another year or so off, maybe out of the mind, but any plans for college or what you'd like to do as a potential career or major?
I worked at Duke this summer, and I really fell in love with the school. And of course, that's just one of the schools I'm interested in. But I would definitely like to pursue a major in biochemistry and a PhD in that because I really fell in love with research, and this whole project really opened my eyes to how helpful it can be for the medical community and patients all around the world.
Absolutely. Well, Arjun, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Best of luck in this competition as well.
Thank you very much for having me.